Hello, everybody, and welcome back to SM Soup, the number one podcast with soup in the name, but not
Game.
on the brain. I'll have the slogan down for next time. I don't think we ever introduced ourselves. So I'm Spencer,
I'm Shelby.
and we're your humble hosts on this journey as we try to figure out what is life, what does it mean,
What is it but a bowl of soup?
what is it but a bowl of soup with all these crazy different ingredients that we're trying to figure out. How do you make life? How do you make soup? Waiter, what is in this soup? The number one soup podcast about not soup.
Someday I want to go through all the old titles that we went through. Not today.
We did
Someday.
that.
We did?
Yeah, we did that in episode
Oh,
1.
Shit, I already forgot what we've done. I'll take a maybe. Okay, 1 year anniversary. We re-go over all the names.
But we've already gone over it.
Oh, 1 year anniversary.
But we've already gone over it.
Put a whole new take on it.
But we've already gone over it.
Spencer, did you know we're actually making soup tonight?
We are actually making
Right
soup.
after
We're
this
making a
podcast?
chowder. I don't know
Yeah.
if so.
Technically, I
All
think there's a
chowders
difference.
are soup. All soups are not chowder.
I would
Probably a
believe that
square
is-
rectangle
yeah.
situation.
Chowders are a total square.
I have my story. I'm ready. But anyway, I have my topic. I should say.
Mm-hmm.
But talk about your week. Got anything fun? Like just like a little fun update or anything?
Honestly, I just want to bitch. You ready for that?
Wait, is this you just jumping right into your thing?
No,
Oh, you
not
just want to bitch?
particularly. I just want to bitch.
And then you're going to jump into your thing?
Sure. But no.
Well,
Okay.
wait, but I want to talk about my
I know.
stuff.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm not going to jump into it. I just want to bitch. Can I bitch? Can a girl bitch around here?
Every podcast I'm on, I ask people how they're doing, and it's never
We just
reciprocated.
Didn't get to you yet. I didn't even say anything yet.
I'm out.
You know something that's pissing me off?
Here we go.
That we stopped on this half of daylight savings. I'm pissed.
So is it actually done?
I think so. Okay, let me confirm. Let me Google it. Let me confirm.
Because that's the thing. I feel like more people would be talking about it.
That's true. Am I so wrong?
Here we go. Shelby thinks that daylight savings is no longer a thing. We're never going to change our clocks ever again. She's reading. And, oh, we've got a lunar eclipse situation on our hands, folks. Once again, it would appear that Shelby is faux angry about something that she just doesn't understand. Waiting. I'll just keep talking to fill the void as she makes a weird smirking face.
So I might have gotten it wrong.
Oh, what are we talking about?
I think it ends next spring.
So we are going to spring forward.
Yeah, I believe so.
Nice.
To benefit
farmers.
dun dun dun.
No. Actual farmers. The thing that this shit was made for in the first place.
No, it's not to benefit farmers at all. It's to benefit light in the it's to benefit light in the afternoon for like more social activities.
Right. So basically,
it's
you were
exactly
up
what
in
I was
arms.
mad about.
Yeah. Unreal.
Okay, I swear. Okay, I'll be honest. Am I an idiot? Yeah. First round of questioning. Second, I literally heard like 3 people be like, "This is the last one," and so I
we
just
were
like
with
listened to
friends
them
this
because
past
I knew
weekend.
it was ending.
We were with friends this past weekend, and you said it.
I did. No one questioned me.
And they agreed with you, and I was
Exactly.
like, they're much smarter than me.
So that's why you believe me?
So I was like, yeah. And then you kept getting angry about it, and I was like, do we even know? Because I was like, you know what? I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna go out on that limb. I haven't seen anything about this. Are we sure this is actually happening? I don't want to be that person who just doubts everything Shelby says because like she's
No,
a
you-
woman, she
you
deals
can-
with it enough.
No, you just it's
I
not
do it
because I'm
enough.
a woman. You just want to do it. Yeah.
But like I'll already question something.
Mm-hmm.
Either A, because I truly don't believe you,
Right.
or B,
'Cause it's fun.
to be a dick.
Yeah.
And so I'm like,
You're like, is this real?
it shouldn't do this. But then I was just like, but I actually think she's wrong here.
Yeah. No, I'm wrong.
But the worst times are when I think you're wrong and you're actually right, because then I do truly feel like a dick.
Right.
Because
And when was the last time that happened?
I don't know.
I don't either.
I'm not saying it doesn't happen.
No, I know,
It definitely
I get it.
happens.
I'm saying it
You'll
doesn't.
be
It
like,
doesn't stick in my head hard enough.
you'll
for
be
me
like, the
to,
check engine light's on, and I'll be like, I don't believe you. And then you'll open the door, and the check engine light's on.
And the
I'll
car's
be like,
smoking.
okay, all right, maybe it is.
Okay, false alarm. For the past week, I have genuinely been angry every day at about 4 p.m. because it just gets dark. And I mean, literally, we're recording this right now, and it is one, it's gray outside, but in the next like 30 to 45 minutes, it's gonna get so dark.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, why did we choose this? Why did we stop here? Why did we stop here? And so I got really angry, and I've literally been talking about it, and people have been agreeing with me, and they're like, yeah, it's ridiculous.
I wonder if people are just like, yeah, daylight savings is ridiculous that we
Maybe.
like did it this
Yeah,
time
like they're
to
not
do it again in
understanding.
spring,
Maybe, yeah.
Or
Yeah,
just
why
that you're-
didn't we just stop?
or that you're just like upset. It would have been.
Why didn't we just cancel fall?
the season?
Yeah. No, why didn't we just cancel? Why didn't we just cancel this? Why did we do it? Because they literally did this like months ago.
Yeah, but it was spring when the time changed that they brought this forward. So they probably were like, this couldn't go into effect yet. We would have to do it after next spring.
The article that I'm personally reading that says it was approved was in March 16th.
So it would have been right ahead of it. So they're probably like a year makes sense. I don't know. I mean, if you only had 6 months to prepare for like the
What?
end of the world,
Have
would
you
you be
heard?
happy about it?
Okay, another thing, I don't know if this is real. Have you heard that if apparently, okay, I don't know if this is real, and this is really bad me just saying it, but
Is this a climate change thing?
no, apparently, if there's like a quote unquote procedure that like if they knew, like say someone like basically sent a bomb to the US and they're like, we know it's gonna be like huge, absolutely massive destruction, they basically built in a 10-minute buffer to tell you that you're
Yeah.
fucked. 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And people are like, just don't tell me. Like, I don't want to know. What do I do with those 10 minutes? Fucking nothing. You're doing nothing for those 10 minutes. So if you had 6 months to change,
You would do nothing
6 months to prep,
in those 10 minutes.
what would you do?
I have a couple of options.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Uh-huh.
All right. Number 1, am I
Yeah.
close to platinuming a game?
Ooh. I don't know.
If the answer to this question is yes, this is how my flowchart goes.
Right,
so it's like
right.
first,
Decision chart, yeah.
am I close? If
Yeah.
the answer is yes, I'm gonna what?
Grogu's licking his butt right off frame.
Nice. This episode of SM Soup is officially not safe for work. He's going to town.
But you can only see his paw in the air.
Am
You
I
can
close to
actually see his
platinuming a
butt.
game? The answer is yes. That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
Getting one last platinum, baby.
What if the platinum was a platinum that
in Fallout?
like ooh no, what if the platinum is of a game that was one of those things that you're like, I'm just gonna take 72 hours to beat it? Are you then upset that that's what you were doing, or was it just for the platinum that was worth it? Like, what if it was a throwaway game that you just wanted the platinum in?
You live your life with no regrets.
Okay, I'm just checking.
I'm about to do a stream
Yeah.
for my 100th platinum,
Yeah.
and I have thought about how if I died the day after, that would probably be my biggest achievement in life.
Is the streaming your 100th platinum?
Is that I've got 100 platinums. What else have I done with my life?
Okay.
Right?
Sure.
I mean, nothing noteworthy.
Right.
3 failed podcasts. a failed YouTube channel.
Uh-huh.
Don't want to focus on those.
Right.
I'll focus on the good.
The 100th platinum.
100 total platinums, which would rank me like 786,000th in the world.
That's what's going on your tombstone.
Right. Oh, that's a good idea. I'm not going to be buried, but I'll still rent out a tombstone.
Right. Just for the sake of it.
Okay.
It's going to be...
So am I close to platinum a game?
Yeah.
Number 2.
If you're not close, what do
Uh-huh.
you do?
Right. That's where I'm going.
You said number 2. What does
Right.
that mean?
That's second in my flowchart.
Okay.
What are you on about? 1 is platinum. 2 is, okay, now there's another follow-up. Are we together?
Probably.
Okay. Couple of options.
Oh no.
Couple of
I don't like
options.
this.
One last time.
I don't like it.
You know? But are we in a public place?
Right. Probably
answer is
not. Odds
yes.
are probably not.
If the answer is
sure.
yes, one last time.
No.
Still on the table. If the answer is yes and you're like, Spencer, come on, we only have 10 minutes. I would like to think we're going to hold our hands and look that thing in the eye and go out on top. And then like, honestly, last second, probably like turn to each other and at the same time, in unison, say, I'll see you in another life, brother.
Oh, that's a good one. I like that one.
All right.
That's my favorite so far.
3. So this is, I'm not close to platinum in a game. And notice how I put the platinum in a game.
Thank you. Yeah,
yeah. But I have to also be in my apartment.
Right.
For that.
Right.
So, you know. Anyway. 3. So
well, actually,
you gotta
you
get
don't
me
know
out
that.
of
The future could be boundless.
The future? I'm
Yeah.
expecting this to happen in the next 2 years.
Oh. The future could be
3.
boundless.
So this is, I don't have a game that I'm close to platinuming, and you and I are not together.
Okay.
I'm definitely pulling my pants down.
Why?
And in the face of, like, probably, like, saluting the entire time, too.
What?
Yeah. Which you have to give a good right-handed salute, but I'm right-handed. So I'm going to be going at it with my left.
I have never regretted asking a question more in my life than right now.
What would you do?
Literally nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing. Like,
you have to have a contingency plan. This is like the whole thing where it's like,
what plan is there
this
to
is like
have?
the whole thing where it's like the elevator's falling. You might as well at least have a little bit of fun.
Okay, well, one thing I've learned about myself is the only response I have is a freeze response. So I'm going to spend at least the first 8 minutes just in like freeze, like 100%. And then my procrastination ass in the last 2 minutes is going to be like,
you gotta hand in your homework.
You got to make something of this. And I guess if I'm in a place I like say I was like on a beach, I'm just gonna like float in the water. Like you just gotta like, just like accept it. It's happening. No?
I don't know. That means,
why is that bad?
Well, that
you
means,
want to handhold stare it down or salute with a dick in your hand. And
I'm assuming like, I feel like if you're swimming, there's a good chance that you end up drowning.
Okay.
Just depending on where impact is.
If I'm going out, I'm going out.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to drown though. My biggest fear.
Yeah.
It's one of my biggest fears. I'd rather be like eviscerated by like a barrage of glass and cement and like, yeah, but like you wouldn't feel it because like the first piece would go like through your brain, or it wouldn't. And like go through your neck.
That's awful.
And you'd just be like,
that's so disgusting.
Oh my god, we'd be holding hands.
Too many gross movies.
We'd be like holding hands, looking at each other,
and
I'd go, "I'll see you in another life, bro." And right before I can say brother, a piece of glass just skims my neck, and it's like it's very cartoonish, not real at all, but it's like very cartoonish, and the blood starts doing like the
animated by Studio Ghibli.
Right, it does like the thing, right, and you're like freaking out, and I'm like, brah, 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 brah. And then I collapse to the ground, and then Ashton Kutcher comes out and goes, "You've just been punked."
But you're actually dead.
No.
Oh.
No, I'm alive. And we go, "We got you. There's no bomb." I was jerking off over there for no reason. Could you imagine?
I'm so unsettled right now for so many reasons.
Just all of the examples I gave, and then the fact that I honestly just said I would punk you with this. I'd fake my own death to punk you.
All because I thought daylight savings was done now. Sorry guys, we're gonna get our daylight back in when Punk's Tawny Phil sees his shadow, something like that.
Anyway, I talked about my thing.
That was your whole topic, wasn't it?
No, I talked about my thing that's like coming up and like my little like life update. Which was just that if you're listening to this, you're too late.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
The 100th platinum stream is over.
Too late. The 100th platinum stream.
How do you think it's gonna go?
I think you're gonna get the platinum.
There truly is no option. Like the stream is not going down until I get the platinum.
Okay, well, I might be going.
You
down
might be.
before
You might have to leave and all that. Well, I'm not saying I'm not gonna go to sleep. I'm just saying
The stream's not ending.
The
You
stream's
can't
not
sleep on
ending.
stream.
You can now.
You can?
Yes.
Oh.
It's super creepy.
Why can you? Why did they take that away?
I don't know. I thought it was a thing. Maybe it was never a thing.
Maybe it's a YouTube
But
thing.
like Amaranth, who like had all the stuff like about her like abusive like I saw like she like had a stream and it literally was like I'm just sleeping. And so I like clicked on it and it made me
You felt really
so
uncomfortable?
uneasy. And there was like 15,000 people watching.
Oh, they gave me goosebumps.
Yeah,
I don't like it.
I
I don't like it at all.
and that's nothing against her.
Them, yeah. I don't.
That has
It's the
that's just
15,000
It's just
people.
the idea, like yeah, like and it just made it like me watch. I mean, you know, whatever, people like what they like, so
You know what I'm for?
don't kink shame.
I'm for like ambiance. So it's like would I watch a YouTube video that's like sleepy ambiance, but would the video have someone sleep, quote unquote, sleeping in it? You know what I mean? Because that, when I think about it, I'm like, that's not weird. But it's because my brain's like, well, it's not actually happening right now, or like, so it's just stock video put together. But to like actually click, yeah, I don't know if I'd like that. Was there anything playing, or was it just silent?
I don't think I had volume turned on, so I have no idea.
So intrigued.
Wasn't a fan.
Yeah.
Didn't like it.
How do you think stream's gonna go?
I hope well. Hope it goes well. I think I'm
Yeah.
gonna get the platinum.
Yeah, I think so too.
Part of me's like, I really hope I get it on the first try, but then also like the chaotic person in me is like, because and then also it means that like things are going well if I don't get it on the first try.
That's true.
So I'm like 50-50 torn. I'm rip torn on it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway.
do you want to go or should I go?
I'm gonna just read you something.
And then that's it. You're
And-
done.
Yeah, I'm just here to read you. Actually, that's all I'm doing. Every week, I'm doing a chapter in a book. I'm doing a secret little book club, and I'm not telling you about it. So forget you just heard that. I am reading.
Is this Winds of Winter?
I am reading Margaret Atwood's cease and desist letter to the United States for plagiarizing the plot of The Handmaid's Tale. Do you understand everything I just said?
Mm-hmm.
There's layers to this, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And just
You
remember,
heard it here first.
don't-
Shelby just said Margaret Atwood is an onion. Bitch got layers.
I don't want to ruin it, but just remember, don't take everything you read on the internet too seriously.
Is this on the onion?
No, it's not on the onion. I'll just read the beginning of this is a very long thing, so I'm not gonna read it all. But dear United States of America, you are currently using my 1985 novel, The Handmaid's Tale, as the template for your own dystopia and are doing so without my authorization, thereby violating U.S. copyright laws. And so she goes basically into, you used literally every single part of the book. At least Hulu paid me to help produce the show, this, and that. And they go into how they've restricted reproductive rights, the attempted coup, culture of surveillance, censorship, etc., etc. And just to be completely clear, this was not written by Margaret Atwood. It was a opinion piece on the Canada's National Observer by Paul Rizal and Lisa Pertoso. It is a humor opinion piece, but it like blew up a little bit, especially on like the book talk, like any kind of literature news. And it is very funny. I find it very funny, and I would say most people who read books find it very funny. And a lot of people, I have read the book The Handmaid's Tale, the first one, and a lot of people who like are really big into like actually knowing about the authors have said, I do not know this, but they're like, Margaret Atwood would have written this though, like 100%.
Like she's like that bitch.
Yeah, like she would have. Like she would have been like she literally, the book is like all the shit that could have gone wrong went wrong, and the United States turns into a totalitarian government.
Yeah.
So like it is
Yeah.
like
I mean,
like you write a book about that and you're not acting like, yeah, I'm here for it. She didn't like write the blueprint and be like,
Right.
take it.
but I mean, the opinion piece, I am going to just point out, little silly. to say that the U.S. government's plagiarizing them
Mm-hmm.
for concepts
Mm-hmm.
that they themselves took from George Orwell's 1985.
I was going to say that 100% immediately. Because at
Like,
first,
as soon as you were saying it,
yes,
I was just
yes.
like, this is a really bold claim. This is like somebody saying, like, I'm going to sue you because you wore brown on a day after I wore brown.
Yes.
And it's like, yeah, but Todd wore brown the day before you.
Yes. That was genuinely my immediate thought because
Also, wait, real
when I
quick.
read this, it took me a second to realize it was an opinion piece because I
Mhm.
didn't look at where it was coming from and I didn't look at like
Mhm.
the literal section of the website.
Mhm.
And I literally also was like, hello, have you ever read George Orwell? Like he I'm sure he wasn't even the first one, but he's just like what made it huge, right?
Right.
Like Big Brother and like the TV show. And so also my first thought, but it is just funny because everyone and their mother refers to Handmaid's Tale, so it's just very current.
And I was gonna say it's really funny because everybody and their brother, sister, mother, father, grandmother, uncle, Bob's your uncle,
Exactly.
references 1985.
Yes.
But every time somebody brings up 1985, they completely whiff on the point of 1985, and it's very like I swear to God, like 99% of the time when somebody on the internet tries to use 1985 as an argument for why they should, would, or do something,
You said doo doo.
they're missing the point of 1985. And you know that because people who have read 1985 don't try to equate shit to it
No.
because
I'm trying to understand as good.
just like unless it's actually
Right.
like good. And
I'm-
so like so many people are like, I really wish people would actually read 1985.
I mean, yeah, a lot of people who are referencing it probably haven't read it, like genuinely.
I mean, a lot of people referencing it and trying to make decisions and have ideas probably haven't graduated middle school.
Well, I'm trying to understand who's referencing
Get
it.
a fucking education.
Who's referencing it?
Getting student loan debt.
Who's referencing it?
Joey Big Bags is giving us money left and right. The 10K just hit my bank account today. Swear to God.
Who is referencing it to like actually make it like who's I'm trying to understand who's it's not it's not a decision tree. 1985 isn't a decision tree. I'm trying to understand like who's referencing it to like actually make like an actual
people will like
human
literally
altering
somebody will be
decision.
like, you should get the COVID shot, and somebody's just like,
Are you trying to
you
1985?
haven't learned anything from 1985.
Gotcha. Okay,
So-
I see. Yeah. Thank you.
So and then so on and so forth.
Yeah.
So that's funny.
Yes.
It
It is rather long, but it is entertaining, and it obviously just like does a little brisk overview of like all the shit everyone's been talking about for the past like 3 years. And it is just a good time, and quite a few places wrote off of it. It is funny to me that I do believe this was the original publication,
Mhm.
but it's funny that it comes from the Canadian National Observer. Like that is funny to me. Would a U.S. place had published something like this?
Onion
And that's true. Yeah, you're definitely right.
hard drive.
Yeah, that's true. I was about to go like, would it have like gone as big as it did? Which probably coming from one of the sources.
Well,
or
the
whatever.
onion, the issue with the
Oh, wait,
onion now
yeah.
is that the onion's meta because they write parody pieces and like spoof things, but people are like uncovering like an article that they wrote in 2017 that like just happened.
Oh yeah. They're Simpsoning themselves.
No, well, in a way, I guess. But like, no, the onion is like making fun of like something that's like terrible, or like
Yeah.
you read it and you're like, that's crazy, and then you like go, exactly, it's crazy,
Right.
it's not real. Oh my God, I'm on the onion.
Right.
How did I not see it from the beginning?
Right.
But now it's like coming true. So if anything, they're like South Parking in the sense of like be so outrageous, and then the world around you just becomes outrageous, and you go, fuck, now I have to make social commentary.
Right. Yeah.
The Simpsons is predictive.
That's
They're
true, I
like solely
guess.
predictive.
Yeah. I did want to use a quote.
And they have social commentary, but like
from this article that I thought was really funny. And it says, I was flattered that the mob's red MAGA hats replicated the red of my handmaid's habits, aka the red hood that they all like wear. But when my lawyers informed me that MAGA does not mean make America Gilead again, which is the structure that is the name in the show is
Mhm.
Gilead, I felt duped. America, you need to acknowledge credit. It's just like shit like that for the entire article.
Mhm.
Silly. Which is also very
Very
funny.
silly. Very silly world we live in.
It is very silly where we live in. I didn't even know this, which just doesn't really shock me, but like I didn't know that like The Handmaid's Tale is like actually not allowed in like quite a few areas of the country. Like certain states have
Like the
tried.
Midwest and Florida
I don't think Florida probably is in certain areas.
and
But
Texas.
yes, Texas is the big one that has tried to get it banned. But yeah, they literally
They're giving away our blueprints.
So they talk about, and they're like, this may sound catty for mentioning censorship here, as you've banned The Handmaid's Tale in libraries and schools nearly as often as any other book, but censorship is yet another aspect of totalitarian Gilead you've purloined as your own.
Too many big words.
It's a lot of big words, but hey, she's an author. Don't judge her.
But this isn't her voice.
Maybe just once you'd come up with your own fucked up strategies for social control. It's a giggle. Just a giggle. One of the quote unquote requests, obviously it's all with air quotes because she did not write this and it was all said for humor.
Mm-hmm.
But I insist you update the Latin motto on all of your coins and replace the eagle on the Great Seal of the US with an image of me. Please use my 1978 headshot. That was my best hair year.
That's funny.
If all cease and desist letters are written like this, if I do not hear from you,
Marron.
if I do not hear from you within 10 days, I reserve the right to pursue all legal claims that I may have against the U.S., including punitive damages, compensatory damages, and withholding all of Canada's exports of maple syrup for your pancakes. Margaret Atwood.
And what's her relation to Margaret Thatcher?
What? I just want to reiterate that
It's
was
just-
written by Paul Razzle
Yep.
and Lisa Pertoso.
Two people with
for
the name Margaret. I assume they're related.
Yeah, that's definitely how that works for Canada National Observer. Very, very silly.
How old is that article?
Oh, it like just came out
What?
September 27th. That's just a month ago.
Okay. Wow. I was gonna say I feel like I saw that.
Really?
Yeah.
Can't have anything fun.
Yeah, we can. Are you ready for my thing?
Yeah.
Shelby and I took a trip to St. Louis,
Uh-huh.
and there's plenty of hijinks. We could spend a whole episode, I think, just breaking down our trip and the various funny things that happened to there and while
From
there
there.
and from there and all that stuff. We have plenty of stories. This is not a St. Louis story. It's St. Louis adjacent.
Mm-hmm.
It happened in St. Louis.
Mm-hmm.
But this was very much a Spencer experience, and it was only an experience for me. As we all know, like in the world, everybody has their own unique experiences based on their own traits.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously, Shelby and I, we align on most things, but the main thing that we would have differing experiences on are Shelby doesn't sleep like shit most of the time. She has trouble falling asleep, but I wake up. I fall asleep easily, but I can't stay asleep.
Correct.
You thought I was gonna go, I'm a boy, you a girl. That's what I was trying to go for.
Mhm.
Did I get you?
Yeah.
You were like, where the fuck is this going? This is my notes on Friends with Benefits at 2:30 in the morning Eastern Standard Time.
I forgot this happened in
It
St.
was
Louis.
technically 1:30 a.m. Shelby and I had to leave at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
Alarms were going off at 3:30, I think.
Yeah. Wait, that happened that night? The night we were
And
leaving?
I woke up at 1:30 a.m. 2 hours, a full 2 hours. Woke up in a bit of a panic that
Uh-huh.
I slept through the alarm or something
Yeah.
because of how early we were getting up. But I was wired. Like started to kind of stir. Like I was awake. Eyes were still closed, but I was awake. And I hear moaning, which is like one way to wake up. So I was very confused, but also like wired at this
Yeah.
point. Like I'm wide awake. And I realized it was a movie.
Oh, I thought
'Cause
you
we
were gonna
were
say it was me sleeping.
we were Yeah, you sound like Shawn Michaels uh intro song when you sleep. It's women moaning.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, so I realized it was a movie because we
Okay.
were watching like cable television,
Ugh.
disgusting.
Biggest
To
mistake.
like be able to fall asleep and stuff
Yeah.
because we didn't have, like Roku or any stick. Um and so I didn't want to sleep past the alarm. I was awake at this point, so I was like, I'm just gonna watch the movie. And I realize, oh my god, this is Friends with Benefits. I don't remember how I realized it. Definitely because Mila
I was to say
Kunis,
because you saw me like.
and I believe the moaning was from her hooking up with a guy. I didn't see this part. So where I come into the movie, I'm assuming it started at 1.
Okay.
All right, so I come into it at 1:30, about 30
Okay.
minutes in, but it's on TV, so there's commercial breaks. So
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
know how deep into the movie
So
we
you're
are.
only about 2 minutes into the movie.
But she's chasing down a guy
Yeah.
who like kind of like dipped,
One night stand.
and I don't know how far we are in because I'm very confused from here on out.
I'm pretty sure that's pretty early in the movie.
So Mila Kunis,
Mm-hmm.
this is my first note.
Mm-hmm.
Ringtone, absolute banger. Do you remember what her ringtone is?
No.
It's Closing Time.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
This will come back up.
Okay.
Justin Timberlake's dad in the movie
Yeah.
is the dad from Step Brothers.
Okay. Okay.
Just thought that was fun.
That is fun.
Okay.
Big dad energy.
At one point during the movie, they're using the PlayStation Move,
Really?
which was like on the PS3, and it was like their competition to like Wii and like
Yeah.
Move controllers.
Yeah. And the Kinect.
But they're using
Don't forget the Kinect.
the PlayStation Move and not
Spencer,
the Wii.
acknowledge the Kinect.
And so I went, def a Sony movie. I then looked it up, distributed by Sony, so totally makes sense.
Right.
And then this is where it gets fun. Woody Harrelson jump scare. Woody Harrelson's in the movie.
Yeah, he's like a friend of Justin's, right?
Yeah, I think they're coworkers.
They work at the GQ or whatever.
But he has hair, I think.
I think
If I
you're
remember
right.
correctly.
Yeah.
And it scared me.
Yeah.
Like he showed up and I was like, why is he in this movie? Why is
Yeah.
Woody Harrelson in Friends with Benefits? And then JT with an unreal bag fumble, confused why Shelby likes this movie so much, seeing as someone was idiotic enough to not stay with Mila Kunis. Then I said Jason Then I said Jason Segel Scientology girl rom-com. So I think at some point in the movie
What?
they're watching Hang on.
Oh my god. I can't wait to rewatch this movie.
They must be watching Forgetting Sarah Marshall. Keila Kunis is in that.
Mm-hmm.
Mila Kunis is in that. Hang on. Have you ever seen that?
No.
Was I Love You Man?
Listen, I say
It's I Love You Man.
Really quick.
I Love You Man because I said in Scientology Girl, which Rashida Jones, she was in The Office, and then she's also in Parks and Rec. She was in The Office. She's like Jim's like love interest for like all of one season, and you're like, oh my god, Jim, because he's like in the other office.
Oh, the brunette?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rashida Jones. She was a part of Scientology for a bit.
Really?
She like talks about it now, like how she's like out of it. Yeah. And you never hear Tom Cruise speak out
Is
against
she in
it.
that like 10-season long Scientology documentary?
Probably. I'm pretty sure it's her.
Yeah, I think Tom Cruise is too deep. There's no getting out now.
Let me just quickly Google and make sure that it is in fact her. Rashida Jones, Scientology.
Also, I say I love Mila Kunis, which I do. I've literally watched like 2 movies with her in it. And I've never seen that 70s show. which everyone's like, "How you love Mila Kunis and you've never seen his
We're
Ask
getting there.
70 show?"
Please don't ruin my stuff. And this is like an internal note. Confused if I missed something, but they just fight a lot, and I think they only fucked once. So confused on the friends with benefits part.
Is it only once?
I only saw them bang one time. And then I said realizing
actually see it, or they
then I said realizing I probably missed the first hour of the movie or so.
okay.
And then I said without that first hour this movie sucks cuz they just fight the entire time. Curious why JT is so terrible with math. From looking at the cast, turns out Andy Samberg and Emma Stone are also in this movie. Also apparently there's the Shaun White jump scare. Movie is only 1 hour and 49 minutes, so maybe I only missed 20 minutes of fucking. Late 2000s, early 2010s movies are not made anymore. JT and Dad eating steak with no pants is a baller move. Very cliche of these movies.
But I love it.
Dad teaches JT to just go for Mila Kunis. Shaun White jump scare, it happened. Shaun White is a douche. JT, a singer, is a better actor than Shaun White, an athlete, confirmed. Closing time made a comeback. So funny they made a Third Eye Blind semi-sonic joke because when I first heard Mila Kunis' ringtone, I thought it was Third Eye Blind's Semi-Charmed Life, which is ironic because both the song and the real band have semi in the name.
You really lost me on that last one.
But okay. So funny. They made a Third Eye Blind semi-sonic joke because I think her favorite song is like Closing Time. People always think it's Third Eye Blind.
Okay.
But when I heard the song Closing Time, I thought it was Third Eye Blind's Semi-Charmed Life. And both that song, Semi-Charmed Life, and Semisonic, who sing Closing Time, have semi in their name. And that's just a little ironic.
I see.
And then I said, I hate when these movies reference the movies when they do something they are doing in their movie.
Right.
Very meta. And then to wrap it all up, Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis starred in That 70s Show together, were a couple in the show's story back in 1998 to 2006. Then, 5 years later, they make identical movies, Friends with Benefits, No Strings Attached, and then in 2015, got married. Remarkable.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never seen No Strings Attached.
It's like not the same,
yeah.
but it's like similar concept of
Yeah.
like a Friends with Benefits idea. And it's Ashton Kutcher and Natalie Portman. I don't know. It's kind of a toss up.
Do we have to watch both and compare?
What's the we can, yeah. And I also want to watch I want to watch it I want to watch Friends with Benefits at the very least because
I have the DVD.
Maybe we can kind of fill in some of these holes and also like yeah, without seeing the first 20 or so minutes, bang on. Very excited. But yeah, what do you think? That was my like live notes. Gave me something to do at 1:30 in the morning while watching a movie, awaiting the alarm to go off so we could get going.
I'm sitting here going, well, how deep can you really get when it's just I say old, it's not even that old, but like an old rom-com, like it's gonna be very like surface level, I feel. So it's funny that you were like, let me take notes on this movie.
It was like observations and stuff. Like
Yeah.
like one of my observations was the dad is just the dad from Step Brothers.
Right.
So like I'm like while watching the movie, at one point I was imagining that JT
Also shows up at the
right like
picnic.
I like the whole time I was waiting for Brendan and whatever John C. Reilly's character's name to show up.
I'm definitely excited to watch it again. I don't know the last time I've watched it. I don't remember many details of it besides the fact that he's working for GQ
And
or something
but
like that.
but why is he bad at math? Like I can't wait for that to be a throwaway thing 2 minutes into the movie.
Oh, yeah, it kind of is.
Like bad, like really bad, and
I
like
know.
stupid bad.
I know.
Like nobody's that bad at math. Bad.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Also, wait.
Nobody like. I walk up to some random person and I go 16 plus 14, right?
Right.
Nobody who's bad at math is gonna confidently go, that's 35. That's 35. I'm telling you, it's 35.
Yeah.
That's exactly what he was doing.
Yeah.
Somebody was like, it's 8 o'clock. You have to leave in 8 hours. And he's like, right. So I'm going to leave at 6 o'clock.
Right.
And they were like, no. And he's like, I'm definitely supposed to leave at 6 o'clock. And then he probably misses a flight.
Yeah.
Because 8 o'clock, if you're
wait.
leaving in 8 hours, it's 4.
Didn't Mila Kunis's character also work for GQ, or was she just like a hiring person? Like,
I don't
were
know.
they never in the office together?
They did get connected through work, but I don't think they worked together.
Also, I don't know where Emma Stone comes into it.
Right, I'm very
She's
confused and
probably
excited.
like literally a throwaway character.
They're
in the
probably
first,
like models for.
Yeah.
But Andy Samberg's in it.
Yeah, it's definitely just because it's GQ, so they're like seeing celebs
Do you think they
come
play?
through.
Yeah, but Shaun White isn't Shaun White.
Oh, really? I thought
He's
he
Mila
was.
Kunis's like ex, and he's like a douche,
Oh.
and he's a terrible actor.
I
He's
just
so
assumed
bad.
he was being photographed for GQ.
Hour 49, and this movie is it's a mess.
Yeah.
And like, I'm a big fan of like 2000s, 2010s. Like I was saying, like these movies aren't made anymore.
Yeah.
There's a whole thing. Matt Damon had like a really good
Okay. Yeah.
like reasoning behind it and everything, because like basically streaming services kind of killed the
Mhm.
like rom-com game.
So do we
I'm
have
a
to
big
watch?
fan
Do
of those
we have to
games.
watch Friends with Benefits, No Strings Attached, and then the new?
George Clooney.
Yeah.
Well, that one's gonna be good
Yeah. I'm saying, do we need to like
because
this needs to all
it's
be
George
a
Clooney
study?
and Julia Roberts,
Yeah.
and both of them are fine like wine.
Yeah. I'm saying because like they're not made anymore. Like I feel like then we have to watch this
Yeah.
one, that one after we watch these two to like wrap up the
I
whole
mean, like, because we
conversation.
watched we did. It's not to say rom-coms aren't made anymore, because we literally watched
Oh,
one
yeah.
with Charlie Day,
Yeah, that was really good.
and it's good.
I
Like
that.
those movies they're so safe. I
Yeah.
don't get why they aren't made more often.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, it's better than because 2000s,
They were
2010s,
only the movies
you were
we
just
made.
completely indoctrinated with
There
them.
was literally like I felt there's so many.
It was either a rom-com or an Expendables movie, and that was it. Expendables was like the action movies with Sylvester Stallone and every other action hero you can think of,
Oh.
like Jason Statham, Arnold, Bruce Willis, Chuck Norris is in one of
We
them.
watched any of those?
I've probably watched 2 or 3 of them.
We watched.
No,
them?
we
Okay,
definitely
I was like,
haven't.
'cause I've never.
They're not
I've
good
never
movies.
seen them.
Anyway, I look forward to the rewatch and filling in the gaps for myself. Maybe it'll
Yes.
actually be better. Maybe, I mean, the first 20 minutes of a movie probably pretty
Set up a
crucial to
lot.
liking a movie.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah,
I
I'm
look forward
excited
to
to
it.
rewatch
I look forward to it.
Yes, it's a date. Nice
We gotta
meeting
watch
you.
like, because I just saw like, so I Love You Man is the movie that they're watching within the movie, and that's Paul Rudd, Jason Segel, and Rashida Jones,
Mhm.
and seeing that made me think of This Is 40, which is Paul Rudd and Leslie Mann, which is the like spiritual successor to Knocked Up, and I'm like, we have to watch like all of these.
Oh god. Oh god.
And like every single Jason Segel, like for whatever reason, probably because of How I Met Your Mother, Jason Segel was like a rom-com actor,
Yeah.
and in every single one of his movies, he gets his dick out. Every
Why?
single one of them, you have to see his penis.
Do you think it was like a competition? Like
I hope not. Well, it depends what kind of competition.
no, I'm saying just like I'm gonna get it out in this movie.
Yeah, maybe. Okay.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, no, I don't think it was a competition.
Do you think you ever like as an actor now who did get through the rom-com era, do you ever like why did we make so many fucking rom-coms and why did I get casted for all of them? Or do you think
I'm
you're
sure
just
there's
like
some. I'm sure
they
there's
paid the
some.
bills?
I'm sure there's some actors who are like, why did the rom com need to die? Because I
Yeah.
could have made bank in rom
It's true.
coms. Looking at you, James Marsden.
I've seen so few rom-coms in my life. Like actually
Rom coms,
paid attention.
great. Chick flicks.
What's the difference?
So I would say chick flicks aren't typically like focused on being funny. I would say like a chick flick.
Are you saying women can't be funny?
No, I'm saying that like typically those are like much more emotional. Whereas like a rom com is gonna make you laugh and like maybe at the end you'll cry, but with a chick flick like you're gonna cry.
Okay.
And so I like rom coms more because they're more fun.
Can you
But I
tell me
love a good chick flick.
what
The
is
Notebook
a
is a
chick
chick flick.
flick? Oh, I see.
Like Nicholas Sparks is
Is
chick
Chick
flicks.
flicks. You are so right. Okay, yeah.
I don't really know. Like, I mean, that's kind of a derogatory term for him to
Chick
call him a
flick?
chick flick.
Yeah.
But I don't know
know.
what else
It's
to
probably
call
like
them.
it's probably like in the romantic category.
Yeah, but like they're just like a very
Like,
specific
well, it's gotta
kind.
be. It's gotta.
'Cause,
If
like, The
it's a
Notebook-
rom com, there's gotta be just like romantic something.
Let's see. Let me
It's
see what the
definitely
Notebook is.
not categorized as chick.
A romance drama.
Yes.
But like, how do you say that in a fun way?
a rom dram.
Like a rom com rhymes, chick flick rhymes.
It's a rom dram.
Okay.
Rom dram rom com
Drum rom,
or dram rom.
which sounds better.
Dram rom. So you can differentiate and you don't just mishear the middle letter.
Nice.
Dram rom.
But yeah, like those movies, I definitely prefer a rom com.
Me
Also,
too.
a draw rom can be sometimes too long
And too sad.
and too sad.
Yeah.
Because it's always like, I have cancer.
Yeah.
And you're gonna
well,
have to
we're
live
just
without
referencing
me.
every Nicholas Sparks book
Is
ever.
Me Before You
I think it's also tragic.
but is that Nicholas Sparks?
Maybe not.
Anyway, you know what's a good chick flick? I threw it out the window already. Draw rom. The Spectacular Now. It's got Miles Teller and Shailene Woodley in it.
Uh-huh.
It's a good movie. I watched it on my own.
I was gonna say, did we watch that?
I used to be a big fan of secretly watching chick flicks because I actually liked them.
Me Before You is not Nicholas Sparks. I was pretty confident on that. Just had to confirm.
I like thoroughly enjoyed them. I was like, these are good. These like tell a good story.
They do tell
And
a
they
good
make me
story.
sad.
Yeah. Well, that's why I
They
don't
make me like
them.
emotional. They
That's why I
they
don't
really
them.
tug. And I'm like, holy shit.
I don't need extra reasons to cry.
We're on a kick. No big deal. I watched The Notebook. I don't like The Notebook. The
I don't like
Notebook
The
I
Notebook.
actually hate.
I
Like
don't
in
like it
retrospect, like I'm
either.
sure when I watched it, I was like, oh, it was a good movie. But in retrospect, I think back to it and I'm like, you're no better than the Titanic. Get the fuck out.
Oh shit. I definitely do not like The Notebook and didn't even like it the first time I watched it.
Sam a bird.
I don't need extra reasons to cry.
The way I see it is, you're gonna cry regardless of the movie. So why
Well,
does it matter?
Well, that's true, but like
Like you're gonna
but-
cry when we watch Friends with Benefit.
you're right.
Because he's gonna
but
be doing the
a
whole thing
draw-rom-
where he does. There's a flash mob in the movie. A
Yeah.
fucking flash mob.
Yeah, it's
Are you
cute as
kidding
fuck.
me?
It's cute as
A
fuck.
flash mob.
It's so cute.
A flash mob.
But a draw rom makes me actually emotionally upset. If I'm just like crying and it's like a little thing, I'm like, oh, it's so sad. But I'm like devastated by something absolutely upsetting in a draw rom.
So we can't watch.
No, we can. They make me so sad.
What the fuck is it called? Google Not Now. What is it called?
Like Me Before You made me so sad. Did I like it? Yeah, but it made me so sad.
What is it called? Marriage Story.
Oh yeah, we didn't remember. We never watched.
We
that.
never watched that. It's a draw rom.
It's Darth Vader.
Yes, it is. It's Darth Vader.
Yeah, it is a draw rom. That looks sad. I'm literally
You guys
avoiding
oh
watching
yeah.
it.
Oh my god, it's gonna be ridiculously
It's
sad.
so sad. I can't.
Yeah, have you seen
handle
the
it.
scene where he punches the wall? Every morning I wake up and
That sounds like the intro to like a rock song,
Yeah, he goes,
a punk song.
every morning there's a halo hanging from the corner of my girlfriend's four-post bed. I know it's not
Spencer, we're gonna get.
demonetized. All right, that's it. We're gonna go make chowder.
Me Before You is originally written in the UK. No wonder it's so tragic.
That's why Amelia Clark was in it.
Oh,
What a babe.
Chowder time.
Who wants chowder?